again with the whole top 25 beach city episode list that I ended up scrapping last year. This episode would have been higher, but not higher than the last episode I talked about yesterday. Because Kiki's pizza delivery service was really entertaining on the fact that we realized that these characters are so nice that they can't be able to make themselves feel better unless if they actually lie. Seriously, what is with some fans of The Loud Tale saying that House of Lies is a bad episode while not understanding the context of that episode? Seriously, what is with the fandom's reaction whenever they completely see these episodes and go over the top with them? This is one of the reasons onto why I don't focus on every single person's opinions, because those opinions won't be valid points in order to understand the problems of the episode themselves when they're missing the point of the episode's message. In this episode, after eating pizza that Kiki delivered, he fell asleep and then he was in a dream of pizza, and then when he accidentally took Kiki out of the pizza sauce, it's actually revealed that once he met Kiki in real life, they actually saw each other in the same dream. And Kiki has been covering for her twin sister Jenny for almost 2 weeks, and with Steven helping out Kofi in her dreams while getting free pizza, it's been working out, but at the same time, Steven can't be able to take it anymore since that he's starting to lose it after night of having the same dream over and over again, while also having a difficult time sleeping. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of moral values in shows, I have to admit that the moral value from this is the fact that you shouldn't lie to cover up for good intentions, otherwise you will be able to lose it after weeks, and possibly what Steven went through. I have to admit that this episode's moral value of lying is slightly better than the Loud House episode House of Lies, but it's mainly the fact that these characters are different from the Loud House characters, but it's no surprise that for how this episode's way of handling lies is different than the Loud House episode when it comes to its characters, but at the same time, Steven Universe episodes always have elements that actually make them a lot more memorable, and what I actually enjoyed the most from this episode is mainly the dreams that Steven and Kiki have. With these two characters being consumed with pizza, with Steven eating pizza every night, while Kiki makes so many deliveries to cover up for her twin sister, this episode really feels like pizza fan service, but not intentionally, with the main plot of lying to cover up for your twin sister while making yourself feel happy by having pizza just isn't always the right thing to do, because what Steven is doing with Kiki is a lot more difficult to handle himself on being nice, but at times he has a breaking point, but not a physical breaking point. Steven can't say no to Kiki, and considering that he is the type of character that always says yes to other characters, believe me, the Steven-only perspective in this episode is literally on the same level as the last episode. Granted, the last episode is better when it comes to Steven's situation, but with him saying less to Kiki while also getting pizza, at times, having too much pizza isn't always a good thing, and the fact that Steven isn't a beast is probably part of his powers on not being obese. I'm just saying. When it comes to Kiki, she always gets drowned when it comes to the dream that she keeps having, because as far as I'm concerned, with her being consumed with pizza, it's literally the huge difference between Steven that I've already established earlier, because as far as I'm concerned, if I make deliveries off of one food while covering for someone for weeks, I will lose it, to the point that a breaking point in Kiki just isn't in her, while Steven, on the other hand, anyway, when they go through the dream one more time, they go inside Kiki as a pizza person, and then when they go inside her mind, they actually encountered Jenny in pizza, and the only way to stop it is to have Kiki tell Jenny no, because she can't be able to go through so much of covering, and it's literally the only way for her to come clean. This is one of the reasons onto why I enjoy these types of Beach City episodes, because they can actually be creative. The last episode's creativity may be different than this, but when it comes to the creativity involving the dreams, it really makes this episode worth watching. Sometimes when I watch these episodes that aren't important to the main plot, they're not the worst thing ever, and there's honestly a lot more redeeming qualities upon rewatching it for a second time. It may be rare, but at the same time, I really found this episode one of the most entertaining when it comes to the moral value and the characters themselves. Sometimes when the cast characters can have their moments, they can instantly make the episode memorable and easy to understand. So for me personally, whenever I look at this episode along with the last episode that I covered yesterday, all I can think of is that the Beach City episodes can still be good episodes on their own. I'm giving this episode a 7.75 out of 10. Also, am I literally the only one who thinks that Kiki honestly looks like Jessica from Craig of the Creek? With the two having the exact same hairstyle, it instantly made me think that Jessica could be a younger sister of Kiki and Jenny, but at the same time, it also made me think that Jessica will grow up to be just like Kiki when it comes to the facial expressions and body. But then again, in that one Craig of the Creek episode from season 4 where Jessica became a preteen, she is still the same as her younger self, so her being somewhat the same as Kiki is still a possibility. You